Hello all! Here is a new video for the complete Java course for beginners. In this video, I will handle the null values. What is a null value and when to use it? Let's start. Just remember to subscribe to my channel. As for all the videos of this playlist, no initial knowledge about programming is required. Just download the project from GitHub with the URL of the video's description to follow the video and test with the available exercises. When I create an instance of an object, I store the address memory in a variable. But sometimes I have no idea about the object to create, about which object to instantiate. Let's take a look to the book object, which has the author and the title. And here I have a builder, where I set multiple books. Let's start by a search system. I have this list of items, a list of books, and I want to find the book whose name is Da Vinci Code. When I found it, return it. Here I have the for loop where I look for the book. With this condition I check if the title is the one which I am looking for, Da Vinci's Code, and I set the variable result with the current book. But what happens if I don't find the book? What happens if I don't have this book? An option is to return nothing, to return null. As I don't have the book, I return nothing. That's great, right? I have an empty element, like a 0 in math. But as with a 0 in math, I can have problems. I can't divide by 0. The same for the null. When returning null, I may have some code which will print the book information or look for the price. But if I don't have a book, what will happen? Most of the time, I will get a null pointer exception. This is an exception I see every day. In fact, the guy who invented the null reference called it the $1 billion mistake. Because I have to check every time if a value is null or not. Instead, I should write an exception, break directly the application and return to the user, "Hey guy, I don't have your book." I will talk a little bit more about the exceptions in another video. Let's see another example, the price object. This object contains all you need to know to calculate a price. The unit price, the VAT percentage, the quantity of elements, and the currency. To get the final price, I may have a method for that. I may multiply all the quantities. At some place I have to compute the price of an item. Looking for the name, and I have the quantity and the unit price. The VAT percentage I can get it from a configuration parameter, and the currency from the user's country. But the final price will be the unit price multiplied by the quantity and by the VAT percentage. Until here everything seems correct. But what happens if the quantity is 0? Or if the item is not available in my system? I can't sell an item I don't have. So what do I return? If it's 0, I can't return 0. I can't return free. If I don't have the unit price in my system, I can't return 0. I can say it's free. Another option is to return null, to return nothing. Tell the user I don't have a price for the asked item. But as before, I may have some code after that, trying to print the price, making a bill with more items, and having a null value in the middle will cause multiple problems. And as before, the best option is to throw an exception saying I don't have the price for this item. As I said, it's the $1 billion mistake, because it's very easy to return null values everywhere. It's more complicated to throw exceptions, catch them and manage them. Of course, I use the null value in a lot of places, but I have to be very careful to avoid the null pointer exception. Finally, the exercises. Below you can find some assignments to complete. Try to solve them and run the test as following. In the test folder, right-click, run as JUnit test. This bar will be red until you don't correct those tests. Make sure it's green. And when done, you can find the solutions in another link in the video's description. That's all for this video. I hope you enjoyed. Click on the like button and subscribe to my YouTube channel. And see you in the next video. Bye!